Welcome back, Sid.
Again? I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosnes. I expect he'll be in the mass.
Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
Almost done.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
As hither yon dance autumn winds are drop.
Have we any more?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a new one.
Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Is that all?
Back, are ya? What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
This plank will have to be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost.
That they bloomed at all is a blessing in itself.
Charlie says I can't go and play until I finish my songs.
Good day to you, Sid.
Escape from the slave markets. How'd you manage that?
I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others...
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain.
Ah, word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. No one seems keen to join hand. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be, and I'm sure she has her reasons. I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving...
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none were... So, to what do I... Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons? Very well, then. So, to absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, but the real question is... Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when this... Now, as to the matter of payment...
Even.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was... adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian. Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. Welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constant. That said, I have continued my search, but without access to the great libraries.
Please, don't apologize.
I fear it is not more books that I require. Mayhap we look in the wrong places.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nick.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for what. The loss of their parents weighs heavy. Titan took much from us that night. And the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We are trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out. To Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosette. Blood was spilled. Bones were... But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, they've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attention. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing. Complaint.
And now she's fallen into the hands of the Empire.
Couple of curse breakers. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is...
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Any volunteers, just say the word. Adaban.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise, but...
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take...
We will. But, before one of the locals heard something. He said this, I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Look sharp! If those horses touch it.
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who...
Tell us what happened.
What happened?
The Black Shield.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna... Poor souls turned on him.
Then, Martha, do you think you can make it back to...
I think so.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Get him! Sick him! Get him!
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were...
Murderer. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait.
Colluding with the enemies of the Empire?
And for their crimes shall they be punished. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take.
See.
Is that all of them?
I think... I didn't see the abbot.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their body.
Clive.
We're friends of Martha. They are.
If only. Rosaria will never be saved. Tell Martha.
Sid! In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers...
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet...
Martha said they rose from their beds.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should...
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
has spotted us, Torgal. What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a 39 ball. You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed,
Doesn't mean I won't. Cole said you cast their remains, but it should have been me. This was all.
how?
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on... I assumed it was all just nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending...
And in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question, my mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need sword. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and... Oh, before I forget, Astolos, he asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer if you... No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling.
Try not to move.
Oi! You handcuffs you are. Now, question is, are you with...
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any chocobo. Whiteheart and her flock are the...
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, they saved me. Well, go on then. There's it.
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the pot. You saved Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. I give the...
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you seen the... You've been bad for business.
Not around here.
Oh.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her. All right then. But...
All yours, Torgal. This one. Go, Torgal. Go, Torgal. Second. Over here. This one. Now, Torgal. This one. Get him. This one. This one. Second. Nice try. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! I thought I'd come and see how you would... Oh, you sorted the bastard. And the whole flock.
Thankfully, they did.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been... though I dare say she'd suit. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned... Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well...
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back. Told you. And it seems her...
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Oh, doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed.
Ah, few scraps of leather's the very least Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But don't you worry. We'll get along just fine. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You seem... That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart and the...
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, anyhow, best be up.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Where's Gav?
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's spine in Waloed, and Drake's tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
I hear there's trouble in Rosario.
Finish with that log, so we...
Damn. Aside from the holes in my...
The lake water doesn't agree with it.
That's one way of putting it. That slurry will keep eating away at the timber, assuming we had any. Doubt the old tub's got more than a...
Of course, Oberl. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland.
Well, I'm glad some... To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case now... I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a far away. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky...
Sounds easier than felling a far...
As ragged as ghost dogs.
You think it's all right to touch him?
be long now, Martel. Sid,
Is everything...
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well...
It's good to know there's something of the old...
Martel's pride and joy. It was I took it on, you see, and not only is it ready, it's...
Impressive.
I thought this first. You couldn't take them some...
It would be nice being the best.
Oh, she always had a soft... Here you go. You hear that, Mart?
It's not pink. Did you come through the force? Day. It smells like a still. I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
You two look like you...
Martel.
Weren't she the girl from...
Of course.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember...
He's hot.